Hi my loves, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm doing my skincare routine. Let us do my nighttime skincare routine while we talk about everything that I've had to go through as an acne prone skincare day. I think you know, but you can tell by the title. I'm about to talk about my skin journey. So for context, I just want to show you guys my skin up close without the filters and everything. So evidently you can just tell my skin has been through a lot. Hey, I've struggled with my skin for a very long time, and by a very long time I think I actually started actively struggling with my skin back in like 2018, but at the time it was a lot of factors honestly that were contributing to my skin breaking out the way that it was breaking out, and the most dominant being stress and obviously alcohol and the diet that I had at the time. It was basically like contributing to the skin that I was having, but it wasn't bad honestly. It was just like breakouts occasionally and all of that, and I would like experiment on all these products. I'm using this Eucerin Derm Purify Oil Control Toner. Then I'm going to go in with this. It's a retinol dehyde night to night, so I'm basically just treating my scars and all of that. I struggled a lot with my skin, but it wasn't awful. But I just remember that one time in 2021 it was so bad. It got to a point where I would hate looking at myself in the mirror. Like, it was just awful. And this was kind of like, I think, it was actually 2020. Actually 2020, not 2019. Anyways, it was so bad that I remember, like, growing up, I've always been someone that likes to look at myself in the mirror, basically. So also, like, I'm looking at my mirror. So if you guys see me looking up, I'm just trying to see what I'm doing. Great. So yeah, when it got to that point, like, it was such an awful experience for me to have to go through that. Like, just imagine being someone that loves to look at themselves in the mirror. Next thing, you can't stand to look at your reflection. So goes with that saying that it was like a very difficult time in my life. I used to cry. One time I remember, like, when I finally had the courage to look at myself in the mirror, I literally broke down and I started crying. And the problem now is that at the time I was obviously still in university, so I couldn't really afford to like do anything about it. The best I could do was like occasionally get like a good face wash. And I remember I got like that one good face wash. I had saved up for it, but I was back like during that era, Yabo Skincare by Hiram. So I remember very well, Uguti, like, I went through the recommended products and face washes and all of that, and basically I was just like exploring with products. So seeing the state that my skin was in at that time, guys, I was so broken. Like, I've never really spoken about how like my skin actually affected me, but that moment was such a big defining moment for me, because I was so heartbroken. I literally cried. I'm using the CeraVe facial moisturizing lotion PM because it is at night right now. During the day I go with the AM, and they are just as good, both of them. I think I prefer the PM more because of how lightweight it is and it is like buildable. Anyways, so yeah, like, it was such a heartbreaking moment for me to experience that thing, whatever it was. Like, it was just awful, man. Like, I believe it's like this is how bad it had gotten. Like oh my god, like why, you know? Like, I'd see people with like glass skin, and I just used to always wonder, like, why can't I have like glass skin? Why can't I have perfect skin? Why do I have to deal with all these breakouts and all of that? And it wasn't easy. Basically, that's what I'm trying to get at. But And then I remember I started going through, I'm a dermatologist, like I was trying to find a good dermatologist around my area, which was the East at this time. And I found one and I called them and I asked for a quotation, and these people dead ass charged me 2,000 Rand. Now, mind you, I'm just a student, and in my family, my mom also doesn't really have the best, doesn't really have like glass skin. I think the only person Ekaya that has like beautiful skin is my older sister. So that's why, like, every time I would talk about, I'm then gonna go in with this. Sometimes I go in with this on my face, but tonight is just not that night. Tonight I'm just gonna keep it simple. So basically, I remember, like, I couldn't open up to my mom or my sister and tell them about the struggles that I was facing, because Gubo, like, it wasn't really a big thing. It was just always like, Usin is indoors and people loves taking care of herself. And valid, it's true, I did love taking care of myself. But also the thing that was forcing me to take care of myself is because of the state that my skin was in. So I had to like improve my hygiene, like drastically improve my hygiene, make sure I don't sleep with the same pillow for a very long time. Basically, I would change a pillow every other day, like every 3 days. Basically, I would be changing a pillow because of my skin. I would be getting these expensive products just for my skin. So when it was like, it came to that point where the dermatologist was like 2,000 Rand, I was just like, bro, I can't afford that. So I lost it there and then. I lost it, and I went into a cycle of like, I don't want to put it as self-hate, but basically I just did not want to look at myself, especially not in that state. So yeah, that has like been a struggle for a while. And then I remember I watched Nomsa's YouTube video. I'll put down her channel link below, so because I feel like she used to really do like great content. She stopped doing content. I have no idea why. And Namsa girl, if you happen to watch this, I'm gonna go to BLA and post videos because I lived for her channel. Okay, anyways, so basically I watched her channel and I remember she was using gentle magic. So I was like, at this point, I have nothing to lose. I got a gentle magic, and for the first time in my life, I saw an improvement in my skin. My skin stopped breaking out. Literally, my dark marks were fading. The only thing that I was left with was like these big like pores. I don't know, like they're fairly disappearing now, but I had like big pores, like they were deep. Like now my skin is like, it's a little bit better. Back then, it wasn't like this. Like I'm not name Bobo, you know, like blackheads. I thought they were blackheads because when I'd like run my fingers through them, they'd be like hard-ish bumps, you know. So but my skin was basically clearing up and I felt like this is what's working for me. So I used gentle magic for quite some time because that was the only thing that seemed to work out for me. But it got to a point where I just felt like it wasn't really doing away with the acne that I wanted, you know, because I would still break outs. Like you can still see, like I still had breakouts, I still had dark marks. The dark marks weren't going away. The only thing that was going away was like the active breakouts, and I was just getting lighter, you know, I was just like getting lighter skinned, and that's all that was happening basically at the time. So I want to like fast forward to when I worked on a campaign with Garnier. So this is not to bash Garnier in any way or to say that Garnier is not a good brand. Honestly, I'm not going to comment on that, honestly, just because of my opinion. But what I seen happen when I started to use Garnier is that initially it was working out. My skin was popping, my skin was glowing because I had gotten like a PR package with the Garnier products. So I thought, splendid, you know, Garnier, that girl. So I went on takealot.com and I was ordering Garnier. I remember they had a special for Garnier products. Sorry, I was looking at my tongue. They had a special for like Garnier products, and I remember I bulk bought them. As soon as the products that I got from the promotion ran out and I used the product that I had bought with my own money, everything started going south. Like everything started going south. I started breaking out, and this is where this hyperpigmentation comes from. My skin was severely irritated, and I think also it was because I started doing too much, you know, because I wasn't just using the vitamin C serum alone. I started incorporating the charcoal HA/BHA serum. Then I also got the retinol D-hyd, the retinol serum, And yeah, I had like way too many actives in my routine, and my skin was irritated. I was breaking out like crazy. And I remember sitting up at night, like this is now like a couple of months ago, like this year. I sat up at night and I was on ChatGPT. I was like, bestie, I am going through a bitch. And I was like, you know what? So one time I had gone to Arc Store for makeup, and I remember asking that lady, like, I'm struggling to find like good skincare products for my skin type because I don't even know what skin type I have. And I remember her telling my friend that, oh, you have really, really oily skin, da 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 da, and she was recommending products for her. Then she was like, for me, I have combination skin. And at the time I was shocked. I was like, oh, you know, but now that I think about it, I always treated my skin as if it was combination because I always used to apply like a different primer when I do my makeup, but apply a different primer here and a different primer here, basically because that's just like my makeup would eat when I did that, and it wasn't clicking. The reason why my makeup was eating the way it was eating when I used that routine was because I had combination skin. So when that girl told me I have combination skin, it put a lot of things into perspective for me, and I started treating my skin as if it was combination skin. I would get products that were for combination skin. So when the whole thing with Garnier was going on, I asked ChatGPT about it. I was like, girl, I have combination skin and I'm using this. I listed all the products that I used at the time. I listed all the products and I was like, but my skin is still breaking out. It's not clearing up. And ChatGPT was literally like to me, girl, you are using way too many actives for your routine. You need to change. So what ChatGPT did for me, they put a proper skincare routine for me to start off with, very simplified skincare routine. And I remember they had suggested, I'm going to show you guys the serum. They suggested that I invest in hyaluronic acid to restore hydration in my skin because my skin was very much irritated and I didn't want to irritate it any further by using any more actives. I had to do like a cool off period of like 2 weeks where I'd basically be like focusing on healing my skin, hydrating, and you know, just not using any actives at all, just like pampering my skin basically. So yeah, I did that. I simplified my routine. I took it way back to the basics. I literally would use my face wash. I was using this face wash at the time. I don't know if it's focusing. Yeah, I was using this face wash. At the time. And yeah, I was using this and the PM facial moisturizing lotion, this. So it was just these two products at the time that were carrying me. And then I went on and I introduced the hyaluronic acid also when I realized that, sorry, let me just place these things properly here. When I realized, these things are working. You know, my skin was healing slowly but surely, and I was feeling like it was feeling a little bit softer because I remember it was rough to the touch. Like it was rough to the touch, and I told ChatGPT, I was like, my skin is literally so rough, I feel like a lizard. And ChatGPT was like, it's just irritated, that's why it's feeling that way, and we just need to focus on healing it. So I did that, and ChatGPT had laid out like an entire plan for me to like heal my skin basically. And I think that is so far the one thing that has really worked for me, because if you look at my skin, it's not really perfect. Obviously, like if I wanted like quicker results, I think it would be a solid idea to go to a dermatologist. Honestly, I am actually I'm still considering going to a dermatologist, also just because of my hair. Like this girl is going through it. Like I have a solid hairline though, like slim, but like my hair, my natural hair right now is not in the best state. I feel like, if you remember that relaxer that I did, I feel like that might have been like a very huge mistake. I shouldn't have, but it's fine. I mean, if it gets really, really bad, I can always just cut off my hair and start over. Honestly, it's not that deep, it's just hair. But yeah, so I just basically I'm making this video as a digital diary of where I'm at right now with my skin, and it's a video I wished I would have seen when I was going through that dark phase of my skincare, that I would have seen, because it's not easy for people to understand. Like when you're someone that struggles with their skin, it's just like drama, like, you know, sometimes it's just like you don't even want to talk about it. So I just am making this video, I guess, to like give a pep talk to anyone who's going through something similar. Just know that you're not alone. Like, you are perfect. Obviously, you're beautiful the way that you are. I hope you know. And it'll get easier, I promise. Just like maybe try Chat GPT. I know it's bad for the environment, but honestly, it's the only thing that helped me so far. Like my skin, like I said, I'm gonna keep saying my skin is far from perfect, like far from perfect. But I can tell you for a fact, Ugusi, it's like healing. Like for the first time, I actually know how to take care of my face, and I know like I'm just like, it's a learning progress, and I'm grateful to ChatGPT for that. So yeah, my loves, that's all I wanted to tell you. Please do head over to my TikTok. I'm about to do my lashes right now, so please go over to my TikTok to see that video. And yeah, I love you guys loads. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.